Hey guys, it's MADgiKIll here, doing another Mitch and Eric play. So this time we're talking about Metroid Prime, the first one for Gamecube. It was a later release for the Wii, but it was originally released for the Gamecube in November 17th, 2002. That's exactly 1 year after the Gamecube's release.
Yes, it was one of those introduction games because the GameCube was a new console, so it made sense to be released.
Yeah, it was also a different take on the Metroid series. Previously, the Metroid series was a platformer slash side-scroller, kind of like Mario and a bunch of those shooter games. But this one is a first-person shooter. One of the best ones, too. The graphics still stand strong today.
Yeah, I mean that was a really nice introduction screen too, just to select your the game file that you saved on.
Now, we skipped ahead. We're going to jump straight to the snowy area. At first, you start on a space station, then you go down to the planet, and you start in like a jungle-like area. But we're going to jump straight to the snow area just to kind of show some of the enemies you meet up and different weapons. This weapon right here is called the Wave Beam. It shoots like 3 shots at one time. Very, very interesting weapon. It's pretty good. And then the other one that you start with is just your standard power beam. It shoots little orbs, orange orbs. You have also missiles, as you see there, it just fires a missile. And on the bottom left, you can see you have a combat visor, and to the left, that's a scan visor to allow you to learn more about your enemies and the environment around you. One thing that's disappointing was that there's no melee button, so you just have to keep shooting. So
Yeah, you can't like punch your enemies when they're close up to you. You just gotta shoot them point blank. I mean, it works, but
it can get hard to see. What's nice though is typically with the newer games today you have a twin stick control, meaning left stick moves you and right stick looks around, allowing you to pinpoint where to shoot. This one does not have that. You just have to move around with one stick and use the C stick to select your weapons. Now, since you can't look around, you just lock on. You can hold the right trigger and then you can't move, but you can look around and then use that to lock on to other targets. These enemies here are Samus Aran, the main character you play as. They're her #1 enemy, the space pirates. They pop up from here to there. They're really powerful and dangerous. One of the worst enemies. Wouldn't you agree?
yeah,
Definitely one of the worst.
When I was playing through this, it's just it takes forever to kill them, and you're shooting them non-stop. But
now, when you die, white noise happens, and then it says, "Would you like to continue your last save?" Now, I jumped ahead again to showcase that just another area towards the end of the game. That was a map that's very helpful, allows you to get through. And little flying things called a Metroid. Now, the tip, how you get rid of them is by doing that. Go into the morph ball and drop a few bombs. That really helps do it. If you'll notice, I have 3 new visors and 2 new weapons. On the visors, I have now the X-ray visor and the thermal visor. Another tip, do not use the thermal visor in the lava area, as your screen will just go completely yellow. You can't see it. Remember, that was just an awful idea.
yeah, it was. Yeah, no. In this level, you can see it's very frustrating with the jumps.
Mm-hmm.
Those Metroids are always chasing you. I mean, yeah, you can go into your little ball to get rid of them, but next thing you know, you could have already fallen off.
Yeah, and the bombs push you around, and you mean you're jumping right there, and they hit you, and you go flying.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that lava down there, it's not really lava, it's stuff called phazon. It hurts you. So it's very dangerous stuff.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, finally though, when you get to the top, I mean, it's pretty easy to find your way through, but even right there, I mean, it looks like you're almost done, but you fall right back down.
And you have to redo everything.
Yeah.
Now, with the weapons, right now I have out the plasma beam. The final weapon you get is the best one. What it does is it allows you to burn your enemies. It's just the best gun. It deals the most damage. The other one, it's like a white symbol with a hand with 3 fingers. It's the ice beam. That one's it deals the least amount of damage, but if you want to just run through an area, it's good because you can just shoot and freeze them. Every weapon has a charge ability, which allows you to charge the beam up and do more damage. Now this is a thing called, you gain this ability later, it's called Spider Ball. And what it does, you turn into the morph ball, and I can't remember the button you hold, but it allows you to, I think it's left trigger, it allows you to grab onto these special platforms here, and allows you to traverse across places you wouldn't normally be able to get to.
They basically like defy gravity then.
Yeah.
Depending on, yeah.
See, like this one, you have to let go and quickly grab it again. It's a little tricky to get down, but you'll get used to it. And the suit I have right now is you gain suits throughout the game, but the one I have right now is called the Phazon suit. It makes you invincible to blue Phazon. Right now the other stuff is orange Phazon. You only encounter in this area. But the blue Phazon hurts you pretty badly until you get this suit, which is my favorite suit. And yeah, so here's the final boss. Through the game you fight Metroids, and then you fight, I can't remember what they're called, but they're the next evolution stage of Metroids. And this is the final evolution stage of Metroids called Metroid Prime, hence the name Metroid Prime.
Yep, and as you were saying earlier, that plasma event, is that right?
Yeah.
That's the one you really definitely want to use here. I mean, when you're... It's only a temporary. Yeah.
When you're able to use it, definitely use it.
Oh, yeah.
What's nice about the power beam, though, is you can fire it more quickly. So you can fire it at really fast. If you can't seem to hit an enemy or he's moving too much, just fire that plasma beam as fast as you can. Yep. What's nice about when you get the missiles, you can expand your missiles and your health. You can charge the beam up, and then if you move your finger over to Y while still holding A, you can fire a super shot, which allows you to fire not only a regular shot, but allows you to fire a charge with a missile inside it. It does use your missiles up kind of quickly, so use those there. Very good. Each weapon has different things. The wave beam allows you to shoot a beam of electricity, and the longer you hold down A and Y, the longer it goes, and it just will sit there and drain your missiles. The ice beam will freeze the opponent, and freeze a whole area, actually. And then the plasma one will create a flamethrower, and it does the same thing as the electrical, as the wave beam continues to drain your missiles. Now this is the final stage, the final, the same boss, just the final part of it. And very good movie, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you destroyed his, like, the harder shell with a crab. Now you're in the second stage of his form, and it's much more difficult. You can see there's a shockwave that covers all ground.
Yep, jump, and if you don't jump at the right time,
yeah, you get hurt.
And as you can see, none of these weapons hurt him. I mean, it took me forever to figure out how to hurt this guy. Now, if you read the description of your suit, you can see what upgrades you have. And I read in there I have the power beam, the wave beam, the ice beam, plasma beam, and the Phazon beam. Now, I couldn't figure out how to get the Phazon beam. They kept saying scan and Phazon, so I tried that. I found out it has to be this special tool of Phazon this guy spawned. And then, see, there's the Phazon beam. If any fans out there might recognize it, it's the same beam pretty much from Metroid Prime. But the enemy goes invisible, and you have to switch your visors to see him.
To see him, yeah. It looks completely invisible.
That's the X-ray visor.
Right, it decides to be a little sissy just to get away from you.
Yeah. Mama's boy. So you have to keep switching visors constantly to see him. And if you don't have the right visor, you can't see, and you have to keep finding the face on. See, there's the thermal visor. What really becomes annoying with this enemy, though, is you'll keep finding those pools of Phazon, but every once in a while he'll spawn Metroids with it, and they will knock you out of the Phazon, and you have a limited window to attack your opponent. So you can choose to destroy those Metroids, or you can choose not to, depending on your playstyle. But you gotta do it quickly, dude. It's very fast gameplay. There's no control tip. If you locked on and you hold either left or right and you hit B, you'll dash in that direction really fast. That helps you dodge shots that your opponent does. So it really helps with getting around the map more quickly and just surviving against enemies. I'm going to do a little quick mention here. You see my health up there, it says 80, and then there's two little bars above it. Each one of those bars is 100. So I have, I don't know, like 8 or 9 up there. I have about 900, close to 1,000. You can get, there's more upgrades that allow you to completely fill it. That's about it.
When I first played this, I thought the health was very low.
So overall, this game is very good. I mean, very, very well done. Ryan, would you agree?
I definitely agree.
If you get a chance